Hello, South Elgin High School. I'm Beck Meinhardt.
And I'm Ryan Hubner. Welcome to a spooky edition of Storm News. This week we have some reminders and announcements, along with information on the National Art Honor Society, Dia de los Muertos, and some fun Halloween events and opportunities.
All this year as Storm News starts right now.
First up, let's get into the reminders. Make sure you're wearing your ID around your neck at all times. Look out for course selection coming up from now till December 12th.
True that, and don't forget to keep your parking passes visible on your rearview mirrors throughout the whole day. And don't forget that tomorrow, until November 11th, Student Council and Storm Nation are collecting donations in the main and PC office in support of veterans at Hines Hospital.
For more information, check your emails. Now, most of us know about the National Honor Society, but Beck, have you ever heard of the National Art Honor Society?
No, I haven't, but I do hear Marion has more information.
There are multiple honor societies here at South Elgin. The popular National Honor Society, as well as Triumph, but what about the more forgotten National Art Honor Society? NAHS serves as a way for our students to connect and explore their creativity. The sponsor, Ms. Hutler, also helps students to prepare for college and the life ahead.
It's volunteer hours where they get to have a peek at what certain job situations might be in the arts.
Volunteer hours are generally helping out at different studios to see what the day-to-day life is. NAHS also helps students participate in more shows and competitions, as well as advocate for art programs in schools.
The advocacy also helps kind of get the word out about what we do.
NAHS is open for art students at South Elgin, whether enrolled in music or art classes. Meetings are the first Tuesday of every month, starting November 1st. For questions, reach out to Lisa Hutler at lisahutler@u46.org.
Thanks, Marion.
Speaking of art, the fire hydrants in downtown Bartlett have gotten makeovers all across the town. The town just ran a competition from the beginning of May to the end of July that helped local artists showcase their talent and let the community appreciate artists and the character around them. Second place winner, Patty Ummel's hydrant, held many great sentiments for her. Located at Leesburg Park in Bartlett, Ummel says that the location was meaningful to her in the sense that her own two children grew up playing in the park, and that her daughter went to school nearby. Many fire hydrants located all across Bartlett and other meaningful places with fun designs. So take a second to look around and check out what Bartlett has to offer.
Well, Beck, I've never really noticed them, but I'll make sure I do now.
Me too. Hey Ryan, you a big gamer?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. Anyway, the esports industry has skyrocketed in the past 10 years, and it seems to be taking the gaming scene by storm. Here's some more information on the industry and the effects it has. The last decade has seen major growth in the competitive gaming industry, bringing in billions in revenue. So what really are esports and why the rise? Bobby Tornabene, a South Elgin High School Dean's Assistant and former esports competitor himself, describes esports as simply competitive video games, and that the industry consists of a multitude of competitive online games that are competed in globally.
Online infrastructure that allows players to meet up online and create tournaments in some way, form, or fashion, or just competitive events in general.
Another large part of the industry is the impact that it has on not only the youth, but people all over. Tornabene explains how esports were so important to him because they provided him with an opportunity, allowing him to pursue his passion on a competitive scale.
People just enjoy video games, and so for me, what I did with that was I created an organization at school.
Esports has also played a role in so many careers as well. With its rise in popularity, competitive gaming has become a very realistic option for those wanting to pursue a career in the gaming industry.
Games themselves, but also as like a competitive market that is similar to like a other broadcasted sport, a mainstream sport.
If you're looking to join a local gaming team or even just a tournament for fun, a good place to always check is your local park district, or even online for online events hosted all over the country. But if that's not your style, you can always view competitive gaming from your couch at different websites such as twitch.tv or even YouTube. This has been Beck Meinhardt from Storm News.
Hey, maybe I'll give this gaming thing a try. It sounds pretty magical.
Speaking of magical, here's Tarani with this week's enchanting sports update.
With the end of spooky season, the fall sports season has also drawn to a close with the exception of football and a few other sports. The football team is doing amazing as they're now advancing to the second round of playoffs in an undefeated season. The girls swimming team also continues their season this weekend at sectionals along with boys and girls cross country who will be going to the state finals. And boys bowling will start off their season with an invitational this weekend. Good luck to all of them. Speaking of bowling, registration for all winter sports is now open on 8-18. This includes, of course, bowling, basketball, competitive cheer and dance, girls gymnastics, boys swim and dive, wrestling, and for boys who are interested in track and field, there's an open gym tomorrow from 3 to 5, which will focus on strength training and conditioning. That's all I have for sports. Back to Beck and Ryan.
Thanks, Durrani. This month, we celebrate Dia de los Muertos, where we remember those who have passed away.
Here's David with more information.
Dia de los Muertos, also known as Day of the Dead, is celebrated through November 1st and 2nd. It's a day to come together to remember our past loved ones, along with showing respect to the dead. More with Mr. Robles.
So Dia de los Muertos is a celebration that started primarily in Mexico, but now it's been scattered around to other Spanish-speaking countries, and it's a celebration that honors those who have passed. Usually families make ofrendas, things called ofrendas, and they're usually like altars. They put pictures of them, things that they liked when they were living, like their favorite foods, their favorite drinks.
Understanding and continuing to celebrate Dia de los Muertos is a tradition and patronage to the dead.
Thanks, David. Now, there's only one man in South Elgin who can deliver us this week's weather.
It's Batman. Sorry, I had something in my throat. Fortunately, the beginning of this week is quite warm for Halloween, with today being a high of 65 and a low of 44, a high of 70, a low of 51. And midway through the week, we've got Wednesday with a high of 72 and a low of 55. Thursday is going to start raining. We're going to see a high of 70, low of 56. And Friday, we're going to have a high of 63 and a low of 47. This weather looks bat-tastic for any activities you do to celebrate Halloween, but please stay safe because today is my day off from vengeance. That's all the weather I have. So now back to Ryan and Beck.
Thanks, Batman.
Dude, you seriously need to stop doing that voice.
My bad, Beck. Hey. Anyways, what are your plans for Halloween?
To be honest, I'm not really sure if I'm going to go trick-or-treating this year.
Well, trick-or-treating's not your style, then why don't you try a haunted house? Here's Evan with more information.
Are you looking for something scary to do on Halloween for free? The Chicago Haunt Builders have you covered. This group, consisting of around 250 different houses in the Chicagoland area, put up their scariest and most creative Halloween decorations in their front yards for all to see. Toby Rolson, owner of Haunt 31 in Lake in the Hills, explains that much of the work put into these scenes comes from creativity and collaboration.
And a lot of help from the group, so that as the group gets bigger, they help each other.
Many decorations within these haunts are made from an existing product or completely from scratch, so every different house has a sense of uniqueness. Despite all the impressive scenery, many of the builders most enjoy all the community interaction they receive.
I spend almost every day out in the yard with people 3 to 5 hours a day.
People sign our guest book. This is our 10th year, this is our 20th year, our family comes here every year. And that's what makes it special, is that we're creating memories for the kids that come every year.
If you are interested in seeing one of the many different haunts in the area, you can visit ChicagoHauntBuilders.com to view the full map of all the houses participating. For Storm News, I'm Evan Minari.
Sounds kind of scary. Maybe I'll give it a try.
Hey, maybe I'll give it a try too.
Ryan, do you know what you're going to do with your pumpkins after Halloween?
Well, Beck. Once Halloween ends, you can make sure to dispose of your rotten pumpkins properly. Luckily, Scarce is an organization that makes it easy with their pumpkin smashing and composting events. Stop by Metro Parking Lot on Bartlett Avenue on November 5th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Drop off your rotting pumpkins so Scarce can turn them into a useful, nutrient-dense soil additive, keeping pumpkins out of the landfills.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have in our final and very special edition of Storm News. Guys, get in here.
Come on, guys.
Go ahead.
I'm Beck Meinhardt.
And I'm Ryan Hubner. And from all of us at Beacon Academy,
Happy Halloween!